Hey, I am Bianca, aka the social media fairy godmother, and you are tuning into my 5 day challenge on your title for social media managers ready to kick imposter syndrome to the curb and and stop hustling for their worth. This is day one called Break Up with Your Imposter. Now, I want to give a little bit of background of why today is the a little bit of background on why I chose this topic for today, and where the inspiration for this challenge came from. So I work with social media managers hey in my private coaching, the social media fair school, where I help them transform their business by helping them work through my fairy method and helping them launch these new services that they create. And some of the very first conversations that I have with these students is just helping them to understand that, hey, you are great, you are valuable, and you are worthy of charging what you want to charge and more. And so the struggles a lot of my students have coming in is really owning that title. And a specific conversation that I had a while ago with the student still stands out to me to this day. And just quick background on the story: she was new to social media management. She had been doing it for under a year, but have been seeing results as far as working with clients, getting them results, and really growing her confidence in this field. And she was telling me about how her boyfriend wanted her to come out and speak to an organization that he's a part of about social media management for businesses. And we were just going over her game plan about what she's going to talk about, um, and all of that. And I asked her, are you doing this just to educate them, or are you doing this to promote a service or a product? And she asked if she could mention what I do. And she also mentioned that um she said something like, I know I'm not an expert like you, but I do feel like I can really help them. And I just had to stop her and gently call her out on that, because you don't owning your title is about not comparing yourself. Hey, Glenn. Owning your title is about not comparing yourself to the next person, not comparing your experience level to their experience level, and thinking just because I'm not up here like all of these other people that I don't have the right to own my title. That's not what this about, and that's what I want to help social media managers and entrepreneurs in general out there to overcome. I want you guys to break up with your imposter, break up with the lies that you're telling, break up with the things and the lies that you believe, the lies that you tell yourself, the things that you believe that's keeping you from fully embracing this role that you've been working towards, and this role that you're stepping into. And so that's why I chose today's topic to be break up with your imposter. Because if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in your title, if you don't believe in your expertise, there's no way anything else I try to teach you or show you, or anything else that you will learn outside of working with a person, you won't be able to take that in, because you don't believe here and in here that you're worthy or capable of growing. So I want to start with four types of imposters and the lies that they tell themselves that's really holding them back from growing in their business. So the four types of imposters: you got the perfectionist, the expert, the soloist, and the superwoman, and Superman for the men tuning in. So the perfectionists, these are the people that think the lies that they tell themselves. Excuse me, I got notes. The lies that they tell themselves is that I should be perfect at all times to be successful. And the reason why this can hold you back from growing is because, one, nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect. It's hard to try to put yourself. It's hard holding yourself up to that standard. And when you think that perfection is success, and nothing short of success is success, nothing short of perfection is success, you're gonna you're gonna let yourself down a lot. You're gonna hide. You're gonna look at mistakes as major setbacks, and you're not gonna be able to get over those humps that come from making those mistakes. So the first type of imposter that I want to call out for you guys is the perfectionist. And if this is your imposter type, if you are the perfectionist, if you think, hey, if this is not perfect, or if I'm not perfect, I can't show up, it's not good enough, or I won't be successful, I want you to break up with that right now. Break up with her for my ladies, break up with him for my fellas. Break up with that, because it's keeping you from growing in your personal life, and it's also keeping you from growing in your business, because when you fall short of perfection and you make those mistakes, you associate that with failure, and there's a lot of shame around it. Like, hey, I wasn't perfect. This wasn't as good as it should have been. I didn't get the results that I thought I should have gotten. One, you're not grateful for what you did do or what you were able to accomplish, and then two, you start putting shame around it, and you show up more timid. You show up a little less the next time you try it. So it stifles you from trying again and trying to go harder the next time. So if perfectionism is your imposter, I want you guys to break up. Break up with her right now. Break up with him right now. So the second type of imposter, okay. So the second type of imposter, hey, everybody that's joining, is the expert, and the lies that they tell themselves. If I were really smart, I should know everything about this already. And be that is so far from the truth. One, nobody's ever going to know anything, no matter how much you learn about your specific expertise, no matter how many certifications you get, or how many courses that you take, or conferences that you attend. There's always going to be something else for you to learn. And when you put yourself in the position of, I'm the expert, I should know everything, you are no longer putting yourself in a position to grow. If you're not learning, you're dead. I don't know where I first heard that from, but I heard it from somewhere, and it resonates with me. As a person and as an entrepreneur, as a social media manager, you're always supposed to be a student of your craft. So as a social media manager, if you think that I have to know everything, I have to show up looking like an expert, feeling like an expert, and if I don't know every single thing, then I'm not going to show up at all. Is keeping you from sharing your expertise with your audience. It's keeping you from making that impact that you want to make inside your business. It's keeping you from being seen as the go-to figure within your business, well, within your industry, and it's keeping you from learning more. So yeah, you are if your imposter type is, I should know every little thing about my business or about my industry, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not going to show up, that's keeping you from growing, and I want you to break up with that. So next, we've got the soloist, and the lies that they tell themselves. If I were truly competent, I should be able to do this myself. I should be able to do everything myself. And as a as someone who have experienced this in the past, one, starting out, you will be doing a lot of things on your own. You're going to be DIYing a lot of things, especially for new social media managers who's just getting their foot in the door and they're learning. You're going to be doing a lot of things on your own, but trust me, a many of your favorites, a lot of your high level entrepreneurs and people making the type of money that you might aspire to make, they have a team. Okay, they do not do everything on their own. And that goes back to the saying, jack of all trades, master of none. When you're so focused on perfecting everything that you need to happen in your business, you're taking away time and energy from focusing in on your genius zone, which is being a social media manager, developing your client's personal brand online through. When you're so busy because you want to be able to say you got it out the mud, you did it on your own. You're keeping one, you're gonna get burned out. You're gonna get fatigued, and you're not giving yourself the space to really flow in your genius zone and do the things that you truly are the expert at. And it could just, honestly, when you try to get good at every little thing, you get distracted, you get overwhelmed, you really don't do everything great as you think you are. You have as a lot of those things, and the things that are in your gene zone, you're not giving it your full attention. So if your imposter type is the soloist, thinking that, hey, I gotta do everything on my own and I gotta be good at everything to have success, break up with that now, please. And last, the superwoman or superman for the fellas in the chat. So the lies that they tell themselves: if I were really competent, I would be able to do all of this well. So it's really a spinoff of the soloist, but really thinking that it's my duty to be extremely well at all of this. So the soloists think that they have to do everything on their own. The superwoman think that they have to be amazingly well at all of these things. Those two go hand in hand. And again, some of the same things I said about the soloist. It keeps you from fully operating in your genius zone, and getting great at that. It keeps you overwhelmed, it keeps you overworked, it causes fatigue and it causes burnout. So those are the imposters that I want you guys to break up with, so that you can open yourself up to growing confidence. I'm guilty of that. Which one you're guilty of? Okay, let me finish. So with that being said, those are the I started off letting you guys know the four types of imposters that I want you guys to break up with. Next, oh yeah, you gotta get past that. Next, I want to share with you three ways that you can start to build your confidence as a social media manager. And that's own your title, own your expertise, and own your solutions. Now, what does that mean and what does that look like? So owning your title, like I've been saying, is not waiting around for others to validate that you are who you say you are. Um, I am a social media strategist. I've operated under so many titles: social media manager, social media coach, brand strategist, brand coach. And every time that I decide to transition into a new title, I didn't wait around for somebody else to tell me, oh yeah, you ready, you can call yourself that. Because here's the thing, that very first client is your validation. And that didn't come from anybody else outside of you and your business. That came from you doing the work to learn what you need to learn, putting it out, closing a client, delivering, and getting them those results. So, the first way to build your confidence as a social media manager after you've broken up with that imposter is to own that title. And that's what the rest of this series is going to be honing in on, helping you to own your title. But the second one is owning your expertise. Like I said, you always got to be a student of the game. There will always be more things for you to learn, but I want you to acknowledge everything that you've learned and everything that you've done so far. Acknowledge the hours that you've put in, learning more about becoming a social media manager. I want you to acknowledge the things that you've trialed and errored, the things that you've done for yourself, the things that you've done for your friends, the things that you've done for clients at no cost, the things that you've done for your paying clients. All of those things showcase the expertise that you are growing. Now, specifically for social media managers, I've kind of broken down the five pillars of social media management. So these are the five things, the five areas that you need to be knowledgeable in order to be a successful social media manager. And this is just the foundation. There's so much more to build on from here, but the foundational pillars of social media managers management is just five things: brand strategy, social media systems, content creation, slash planning and content review. If you are able to understand those 5 things, you've got enough of an expertise to go out and do this thing. So own that expertise. And the last thing is own your solutions. So I want you to really believe in the results that you've been able to get for your clients. And if you've worked, especially social media managers starting out, you may have done a few projects at no cost just to get your experience up. That that is experience. Experience is experience. Those solutions matter. So I want you to really believe in the results that you've acknowledged, the results that you've been able to get the clients that you've worked with so far, and believe in the results that you can get somebody. So after you've broken up with your imposter and you're ready to really build your confidence as a social media manager, remember to own your title, own your expertise, and own your solutions. Now, with that being said, I do have a bonus action item for today inside of the course. Now, I will be going live every day, delivering the challenge right here on Instagram Live and YouTube Live. But to get access to the free daily action items within the challenge, please click the link in my bio and sign up. Every day, I'll be releasing a new action item for you to do. So it's going to be um, short assignments for you to do. You'll get access to exclusive trainings and worksheets that goes along with each day. And if that's something you're interested in as a social media manager, go to the link in my bio and join. And tune in same time tomorrow for day 2 on your magic, where we're going to break through the comparison game and really walk in your magic as a social media manager. If this was able if this helped you today, please share this with your favorite biz bestie, your favorite social media manager, social media strategist, or expert, and let them know that they can go to the link in my bio to join this challenge. Once again, I am Bianca, aka the social media fairy godmother, and this is day 1 of my 5-day challenge on your title. Bye.